Hey there, what's happening? This is Eric and
Victoria,
and we are coming at you live from beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. We're here every weeknight between the hours of 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. and we're here to help network marketers, especially network marketers, entrepreneurs, take their businesses online. We believe that making profits online should be simple. And
that's right.
And so we've been kind of in a series working on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, one of the top leaders, business leaders, and especially in the 1980s and 1990s. And so we've been going through his major work, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And just to review, here are those 7 habits. First of all, you want to be proactive. Secondly, you want to begin with the end in mind. Third is first things first. Fourth is think win-win. Fifth is seek first to understand and then be understood. 6 is synergize. And 7 is sharpen your saw. So this evening, again, we're focusing on working and helping with network marketers.
We know their pain.
To make your business become a lot easier, a lot more profitable for you.
And less painful.
Less painful.
That's right, honey. I know that pain.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So tonight we're going to talk about habit 3, which is put first things first. And to kick this off, I want to break down the types of issues that we deal with. And he actually does it in a matrix. He's got a 2x2 matrix, and it's basically things that you deal with on a regular basis. So we're putting our time management hat on, right? Things that we deal with on a regular basis. Now you have things that are urgent, right? And you have things that are important. And then you have things that are not urgent and things that are not important.
That's right.
So here's the way it works. People tend to deal with those things that are urgent, whether they're important or not. Those are those things that just pop up that you feel like, okay, well, I just got to do it. But you don't really think about whether it's important, but you just do it because it just pops up. You know, if your mind is like a screen, right? These are things that just bubble up on the screen. And so you just deal with them when they bubble up. And the problem is
the unexpected.
The unexpected. Yeah. You could just be on a very productive flow, and then all of a sudden the phone rings and you jump to answer the phone.
You got to put out a fire.
Now you're totally off track, right?
Totally, just totally. You were on your way down the yellow brick road, Wizard of Oz, and now you're off that yellow brick road.
So right, exactly. And so you were doing well, everything was going well, and then all of a sudden one of those distractions comes up. And you're totally off track. You lost your momentum. You lost your focus.
You lost your cool.
You lost your cool, and now nothing's happening.
Yeah.
So one of the things he does is to look at things based on whether they're urgent or important, right? Now, if it's urgent and it's important, that's something you need to deal with right away, right?
You got a Johnny on the spot.
Now, things that are urgent tend to be very visible. They're the things that really pop up on the screen, and they may be flashing red in your mind.
Yeah.
And so you're kind of pressed to deal with those things, right? Things that are important involve results for your business. You know, this is part of the mission of my business. These are things that are going to help my business to grow, survive.
Profitability.
Now, if you're a network marketer, that's something that having to do with your team members, probably. This is something to help this team member get started, become effective business builder as part of your team. So it's important, right? But the question in your mind is this urgent? Or is something else I have to do urgent, more urgent than that? So you've got to, in your mind, assess whether it's urgent and important. You want to do the first things first. So you're going to handle the things that are both urgent and important. Now, there are a lot of things that are not urgent.
In our mind, they are.
But they're important.
But they're important.
And that would involve doing things that are going to help move you forward in terms of your long-term goals.
That's right.
That might be things like things that prevent problems in the future, right?
Nipping it in the bud. Mm-hmm.
Things that involve improving relationships, right?
Yeah.
Things that involve planning. So those are things that are very important to do, but they're not urgent. So what happens if they don't pop up on your screen as urgent and you never deal with them? That's how many businesses fall apart.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like the person that waits till April, mid-April to start preparing for your taxes, right? Right? It's not urgent
unless it's April 15th.
Right.
Midnight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so, but it's important, right?
It's important.
But it's not urgent until you get it. So the thing is, are you going to wait until mid-April to focus on your taxes? Well, I hope not. Not if you're a real business builder. So there are things you have to put in place to help prevent those things to become disasters.
That's right. That's right.
There are things that are not urgent and not important, right? They're not urgent and they're not important, but they just pop up on your screen, and they may not be flashing red. Maybe they're flashing blue or green.
That's right.
But you tend to do those things because they're there.
That's
you know, like scrolling down your Facebook news feed and just spending time chatting up people with Facebook that really have nothing to do with your business.
No profitability, no urgency. Those are things that can wait within 24 to 48 hours.
Things that don't have to do with the profitability or the growth of your business, and you're just doing them out of habit. A lot of times,
out of boredom,
you do those things because you don't really think about them. You know, you're just reacting instead of acting.
A lot of that's wasted time.
So when you're dealing with things that are not urgent, that are important, we call that proactive.
Proactive.
You got to be proactive. That's taking action on those important things that are not flashing red as urgent, but are critical to the success of your business.
That's right. You're right, Eric.
And then you have things that are urgent that are not important. You know, all of those interruptions that seem so urgent, but you know, you have to have a strong character to be able to push those things aside.
That's right.
You know, you've got interruptions, you got the phone ringing, you got emails, you've got other distractions.
Dealing with stuff, like for example, if you're building the business by yourself without your spouse or your partner, that you know, that's a distraction.
It's a distraction.
It's a good distraction, but it's a distraction.
Yeah.
Or you're dealing with your children and their teacher in school, or you're dealing with your parents, or you're dealing with loved ones, or you know, there's different kinds of distractions.
And those type of things
and urgencies.
Those type of things can be dealt with because maybe they're not important now, but eventually they may become important if they're not addressed later.
That is right.
So what you do is you just plan those into your schedule. You plan when you're going to do those things.
Right.
And so when you're putting together your calendar, it's important to think in terms of this matrix. It's something that's urgent and important at the same time? Is it something that's not urgent, not important, or not urgent and important? And you got to figure that stuff out.
Eeny, mo.
Because, you know, the whole process of time management has gone through stages. As Stephen Covey explains, there are different levels, you know, and years ago, people were just focused on planning and being efficient. But today, just being efficient is not very effective. Now is so important to prioritize your activities because everybody has so much stuff out there to grab your attention. And so it's very important to determine what is important for you, your business, and the obligations that you have committed to other people.
That's good.
If it's an obligation that you've committed to, boy, that's something that's important.
You better follow through.
It might not be urgent, but it's really important because it will destroy your reputation.
Integrity is everything.
It's everything.
It is with the Duncansons.
Absolutely,
Whoa.
Absolutely.
It is huge.
So
I'm sure it is with you too.
Absolutely. So that's our quick message for tonight. If you like the type of information we're providing, if you find value in it, please share it with the people you care about.
Please do.
If you're building your team, definitely share it with your team members because it's going to help you to build a network marketing business that's going to thrive
and
over
hit us
time.
Up with comments.
Absolutely.
Or questions. If you have any questions, any information you need, just say, hey, what about this, Eric and Victoria? What about this? We'd love to answer it.
And by the way, if you'd like to find a way to build your business on steroids by attracting people that are already interested in the products you're offering or in the business you're building, please take advantage of the link above. It's a free 10-day attraction marketing bootcamp. It's online.
That's right.
And hey, it's hassle-free. Check it out.
Amazing. When I read that, I said, whoa, this is the 21st century. This is where it's at.
And we do believe in 21st century marketing.
Yeah.
And with that, hope you're having a great evening. If not, let's make it a great one.
And excellence always prevails.